Hello everyone, this is Erin. Today I wrote an article to share with you. The title is The Effective of Phonics Instruction on the Reading Comprehension of Beginning Readers. First of all, we look through about the purpose of this study. The researchers try to investigate and prove of the relationship between phonics instruction and the reading comprehension of beginning readers when the students have same level of word recognition. So they have a question like what does research have done impact from different to phonics instruction for reading comprehension? So they look through the experts' opinions. So I presented some of them. Some we already know how powerful the phonics instruction to read comprehension or the word recognition. So also there are lots of the expert Adams and then Pretty Charles and the other people said they have some advantages for the phonics approaches. They are like a faster development of word recognition like that, or higher level of comprehension on the vocabulary than children who didn't learn the phonics. Yeah, like this. And on the other hand, the many people also object only the phonics is not a way to improve their reading comprehension or word recognition. So the other people said like also it's quite slowly developed in a second grade maybe, and they produce new noun words and mispronunciation. That is they thought is a disadvantage, but actually it's some people said it's quite advantage of the phonics approach. It's just the ongoing situation that's and the other said is detrimental to comprehension skills. Maybe then it's interrupt their understanding what they are reading in a story. So this kind of interrupt just because the phonics should concern about the non-known words, or so the every single phoneme. If when they concern about every single phoneme pronunciation, at that time it can be the delay and interrupt their understanding their story. That means so this study got some experiment. The researchers they separated two groups. The one group is in Scotland and one group in New Zealand. Scotland students learned phonics, and New Zealand they learned with books, actually, not the non-phonics approaches. And the other conditions actually they are all same. The same ages and word recognition and the reading comprehension level is also same, and the school time are the same, and social economic situation actually they insisted it's same because the teacher one of teacher taught the children in Scotland and New Zealand too. So the teacher said personally. So there's not a different situation and also the culture is not much different. They said like that, and also the teachers have enough experience to teach those kind of the method actually. So after experiment, they got some remarkable results actually. The Phonics approach groups has more Phonics approach groups strong. How can I say that? Phonics research groups. Phonics approach groups are better than the non-Phonics approach groups in reading comprehension actually. I think we all assumes this result, but the most interesting thing is actually the Phonics approaches students. They try to non-word try to read, and they already knew that phonemic awareness, and they match the regular letter and sounds. They are better than the non-Phonics approaches students. But in the other hand, the non-Phonics approaches students, they are good at exceptional word, compare with the Phonics approaches students. So also the Phonics approach students, they read slower than the non-Phonics approach. Yeah, it was proved true. And also the other interesting things is non-Phonics approach students, they are normally, when they met the unknown word, they refuse or neglect to read that word. So that refusal letter is quite higher than the Phonics approach students actually. So this study researchers thought those sample children was too young to check exactly, or the result is quite good or not, maybe then. But they thought it's they are quite early of a reading stage. So when they getting older, their ability as getting improved, and they will be the fluent with the time and experience of reading. So finally, they comprehend and remembered more about the story. So it doesn't matter, the slow reading actually is getting improved. They thought like that. And after reading this article, I thought the most significant thing is the slow rate reading. I think many experts said the slow reading is not good positive way of Phonics approaches. So it's interrupted to reading comprehension or word recognition fluently. But in this study, they show that is not actually. So they are reading slowly. Maybe this study showed that they worked two things actually. When they read a book, when they read a story, they try to attempt to read the unknown word, and then try to comprehend the context. So that's why they were slow readers. So when they are getting older, as I mentioned, they can be that improve their comprehend ability too. So it's clearly against the Smith's opinion. Actually, Smith insisted when the reading rate is too slow, comprehension process and the facilitative effect of context on word recognition both suffered. Yeah, actually, at first time they looks like suffered from the reading comprehension, but finally, yeah, they can be that they will be fluent reading comprehension also. Then on try to unknown word is automatically they could do that. And then I looked through their impact factor actually. So this level of scholarship is not very high, but not too low actually. When I compare with the TESOL journals level, it's lower than TESOL journals rate, but the 1.3 is it's normal, I think. And then when we look through the quality of this studies method, I think it's quite comparable. Others maybe many people insisted the Phonics is good, or some people, many people, Phonics is not a good way, but there is no evidence actually, no evidence to measurable things. But in this study, they showed, and then they how can measure the rate, like people we check the here. The reading comprehension and the regular letter sound and the correspondence and phonological recording, those are kind of things that they can measure using here this 6 method actually. For example, the first one, nail analysis of reading ability. That is actually how naturally read the words, so that they can make the measurable that from this test. And then Yap singer phoneme segmentation test. Here also there is a phonemic awareness. We can check we can measure with this test. And the error analysis, also the unknown word reading, they get make the point and then measurable. So this method is quite good things compared with the others former study actually. They didn't any evidence, just insisted or some assume it's good or not, and some experiments when I got that experiment they can be then or it's good or not, they insisted like that. But in this study that I told people, they give some those kind of methods, so it's quite a good quality actually. So I choose the one thing, the clarity of and the substantive issue. Then in this study, they found reading score are equal from the equal phonemic awareness. So, but it's not very, it's a small sample and they are too young, so not strongly recommend this way is good. But they said having phonics instruction in the early year of school does not prevent the development age of probable comprehension skill in reading. So that means the early intensive phonics instructions not interrupt their comprehension skills. So they found that from this studied actually. That is quite clearly on the substantive issue that I thought. And lastly, conclusion. From these studies, they got some results. When the same level of word recognition accuracy, Phonics taught children to spend more time in using contextual information. It's a small but significant advantages to the Phonics taught children in their comprehension of the text. That is, I thought, this study's conclusion. And how can I apply to my topic? So, I think about my topics about choose the difficult pronunciation words on the NAWL word list, and then I would like to, at first time I would like to word recognition approaches actually based on the syllable phonics, syllable base to teach phonics and using dictionary. And then finally I hope that they can get the reading comprehension. So those are if I choose phonics for this way, actually, I can say the syllable based phonics maybe is quite helpful for the older students. The article actually proved the phonics instruction is slow but efficient. So I'd like to apply it for all the students who need phonics. However, issued different approaches compared with the children actually. So the children are very good at phonemic awareness, but older students is a little bit different sound area. So the syllable-based phonics teaching is better, and also the activity should be different from children. So I would like to apply the I don't care about the maybe the time, the slowly they get the ability. It's just the natural things, and then so they will get reading comprehension, and finally, so that is quite helpful for me. Then don't worry about slow reading. Then it could be another helpful. So help things, yeah. So this is studied. Maybe I can use for my study then. Thank you.